Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell.
Guys, come on in. We got to talk. Now, listen up. I got some information. Are y'all ready to hear it, though? So we got to get into this. Now, we have talked about Porsha Williams and Simonguobadia, the divorce, okay? But what's going on with that house? Is Porsha able to get a mortgage?
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Is Porsha able to get a mortgage? Well, guess what I've been told? That the struggle is real. Now, that would mean a no. Porsha has to get this mortgage refinanced in her name. We already know that Simon is not going to pay. We are at July 7th, which would have meant that the mortgage either should have been paid or it needs to be paid. Okay. Word on the street is Simon ain't paying it. Now, Porsha, from what I've been told, is not looking real good for her in the loan lending department. Now, as I recently told y'all, when Porsha testified in court, she said she was given 36 months to be able to build up her credit, to be able to show that she can get a loan. And we know it ain't been 36 months yet. So that would all make sense. So Porsha is struggling to get a mortgage. It's been setbacks with regards to getting a mortgage, and things just ain't working out because, listen, if y'all don't know, let me tell y'all how it goes now. I just can't find a house. And let me tell you how it works. They pre-approve you for a house. Let's say you don't find one in 90 days. You know they got to re-pull your credit and go through all of that stuff. And that is once you qualify. So imagine trying to qualify for a house, but just not being able to qualify. Is she going to sell the house? Seems like that would be a better deal. Just sell it, get whatever equity you can get out of it, move on, and then she can possibly take the money that she gets from this house and buy her a new house. But in terms of being able to qualify, it don't look good. And not only does that not look good, we talked about the Rolls Royce, honey. The Rolls Royce was a gift that she was given, but we found out that it was a lease. Now, with that, she got the Rolls Royce, but baby, guess what? She can't drive it because of the title. So Porsha is just having setback at the setback at the setback. How does it feel to have a Rolls Royce in your garage that you can't drive? Because if you do, they're going to pull your tail over, okay? Because the plates is expired. Y'all know you got to get a sticker and you got to renew your plates every year. You're not able to do that. You still haven't been able to refinance this property. But remember, Porsha testified in court that she had a mortgage. But one thing she also testified is that she didn't know the specifics of it. So basically, she had a mortgage, she had been pre-approved, but she said she didn't know the details, which is crazy because, you know, when you're looking for a house, how do you look for one if you don't know the details? Which is kind of the same, even if you're going to refinance, because in all essence, this will really be a purchase for her. It's not necessarily a refinance. A refinance is for someone that has the property already in their name and they refinance it. This is not a refinance. This will be a purchase for her because the property is not in her name. Now we see Porsha working it, honey. She is working it, and I don't blame her because you got to get the coin by any means necessary. But the dilemma is still there. The house is still not in her name. And guess what? What about the mortgage? Because if y'all recall, in court, Simon was supposed to transfer the mortgage, at which time her lawyer said, listen, judge, can you just put this mortgage in her name? Because then she can just go ahead and go to the bank and, the bank will give her a loan. Well, we spoke about that as well. So the way that it works with jumbo loans, it's a whole different set of criteria. So it's not just so much as qualifying, it is also an added component of down payment and things of that nature. Now, being that she would have equity in the property, it may be a different sort of situation, but whenever you're dealing with a jumbo loan, it's just not your regular situation as if it were like you and I, and we're just buying a regular property. But buying a property and you trying to get a loan for $1 million, honey, it's just not that easy. And we see the struggle, okay? Because what we don't see is Porsha with this mortgage in her name, honey. And we know that she's working her ass off, and by all means necessary, she should. But y'all know one thing I'm never going to understand. Why do people love to live beyond their means? Because, you got one child. It's not like you got 2, 3, 4. Why won't she just get a regular house, sell that property? Maybe, well, you know what? I almost forgot this one, y'all. She may not be able to sell it because the market is kind of at a halt right now, and it is a buyer's market, which means that people are dropping the price of their home. So that would mean it could be a possibility that she don't really get the equity, because in order to get somebody to buy your property right now, you kind of got to offer an incentive. So I don't know what y'all think. Do y'all think that this is going to work out for her? Because what I'm hearing is it ain't looking so good right now. And with Simon supposed to be paying his mortgage and people saying that he ain't going to pay it, what do you think is going to happen? As y'all recall, Simon testified and said that everything, including the taxes and everything, I believe he said 50. He could have said 60, but then I heard somebody else say 70. But if I am correct, I thought he said 50. Think about paying $50,000 a month. And that don't include the food. That don't include nothing but just you staying in this house. So why is it that people want to live beyond their means just to look like they have something? And in all honesty, they struggling, working like a damn slave. Porsha, girl, we really hope that it work out for you. But from what I'm learning, it ain't working out so well.
Too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell cause the tea don't stop.